Today I'm out here on my GB350, so it's out on a bit of a run today. Haven't had this bike out for 2 months, so I thought I'd take it out. Now, just in case you want to look at more on the review on this particular bike, right at the end of this clip there's a playlist, and there's, I think, around about 20 odd clips on this particular bike, anything you want to know about it. Also, if you want to compare it to the classic 350 Reborn, because they both come at the same price, they both run in around 20 horsepower, well, there's about 70 clips on that too. So if you want to, you can cross-reference from one to the other and just see, cover everything there you want to go on those two particular bikes, and I'm sure you'll be able to make up your mind then if this is the bike for you. So overall, this bike is a really nice bike to ride, so we'll do a little mini review here on it. It'll run along now. I've put about 1,000 kilometres on it, so it'll run along now at 100 kilometres an hour and hold that fairly well. I have done a couple of mods to it, as you'll notice. Look here, I've put the tractionated tyres on the back for dirt road riding, also on the front too. I think they're rails on the fronts, but we could go check on that one. I'd have to check out. The other thing is I've fitted it with a 13-tooth front sprocket, so that made a fair bit of difference. It pulls the hills a lot better with the 13T. And overall, the only other thing I've done here on this side here, put a slight luggage rack there, and down there a heel and toe shifter from a classic 350 Reborn. But like I said, this is the first time on this bike after 2 months, and I find it a really nice little bike to ride. Easy to handle. The only trouble with these tyres I've put on it, these off-road style tyres, I think they've raised the seat height by probably another inch, so that may be a drawback to some people, but it's probably, I'd say I can definitely notice it. It's up a little bit higher than normal. So apart from that side of it, well, if that doesn't worry you, well, I think you'll find this really good. I'm on one of these local back roads here. It's been raining over the last few days, and it's sort of cleared off today, but this is a nice area to come down for a little bit of a ride if you want to do a bit of dirt and sealed riding. So overall, the best thing about this bike, like I said, it's got a nice positive gear change. I really like the slipper clutch on it. The instrumentation is sort of a bit basic, and some people don't like the economy light it comes on when you're cruising a little bit slower, but in all honesty, that doesn't worry me much. As long as I go over and kick it over and it starts, and that's the main thing. So suspension's all right on this one in stock. By nowhere near good, but it's passable. And I actually think, since I put the off-road tyres on it, that the bike is, a little bit soft in the ride quality too. So that could be all in the mind, but I don't think so, because I've also noticed it on the classic 350 and the Suzuki SX, which I put a variation of these tractionated tyres on each of those bikes. So overall, if you're after one of these, they've got, like I said, nice positive gearbox. I haven't had any missed neutrals, anything like that. The brakes are adequate. The clutch is like super light, and overall they've got a fairly big tank on them. So I think these are fairly, if you ride them economical, you can get quite a few kilometres per tank. I haven't actually got out to that stage and tested that side of it yet, but maybe I hope to on a later date. Also comes with dual channel ABS, which is non-switchable, and traction control. Well, the traction control, you can turn that off, but I do every now and again, but I think it's a safer thing just to leave it on there, go with the flow, and like that. So like I said, if you want to go to the end of this clip, right there you'll see 2 pop-ups on playlists, and you can get onto this one, see what I think of it, over 20 clips, and then if you want to cross-reference it to the classic 350 Reborn, like I said, there's around about 70 odd clips of those. So by the time you look at both those, everything should be all right, and you should be able to make up your mind, is a GB350 for you, or do you want to go even older school to a classic 350 Reborn? Doesn't worry me much, because I own both bikes, so these aren't loaners or anything like that. These are my actual bikes. One other thing, it's fairly low on vibration in the bar, slight little bit in the foot pegs, clear in the mirrors, as you're going along. So overall, I think it's a nice little bike to get out there. I think it probably weighs about 10 kilos lighter than a classic 350. The classic 350 seems a lot heavier to move around, where this one's a more light and nimble type of bike. So if that idea appeals to you, keep that in mind too. You might like the idea of the lighter ride. But overall, I'm fairly happy with the way this one's going, and I'll get on this, battle on, And if you like this, give this clip a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, please do. And by all means, if you're on the market to buy one of these bikes, go and check out that playlist, and it'll answer everything you want to know about them. And there'll be more stuff added to the playlist on the GB350, and most likely too on the Classic 350. So that's about all I can tell you about this now. So cheers for now. Hope you enjoy this little mini presentation review on this bike, and more importantly, swing over to the playlist and really go into it in depth. So cheers for now.